Alrighty. Okay. Alright, hello everybody. Last time we played, we beat 3 totems back to back, the Totem Araquanid, Totem Marowak, and Totem Lorantis fights. We got to Coney Coney City, and I stopped playing before I really got any of the encounters after this point. So I skipped a lot of encounters earlier, and I'm going to go back and get them now. We're going to start with Route 9's encounter, because if we get Love Disc, that will help me increase my odds of getting Remoraid from Melemele C, and we'll kind of go from there. If I don't get Remoraid from Melemele C, I'm going to probably have to do a lot of other encounters before I do Kala Bay, and we're trying to get Shelter. Shelter is a very big Pokemon for this run. That's fine. Alright. Let's make sure... I am in fact live. Yep. Perfect. It looks good. Okay. So I believe we want it to be a bubbling spot here to fish in. So I'm just going to keep leaving and coming back until... There we go. Until we get a bubbling spot. Alright. I don't know how high level they can be. I kind of feel like they can be pretty high. So I'll put Crobat in the front. That's fine. And I'm not going to get an encounter. First, I'm going to get an item. So we're hoping to get Love Disc. If you don't know, Love Disc from this particular area with a bubbling spot for fishing, it's an 80% chance to encounter it. There's also a 15% chance of Wishy-Washy, I think. It's either Wishy-Washy or it's Magikarp. And a 5% chance of Corsola. We really just want to get Love Disc, you know, Wishy-Washy we already have, so that's Species Clause. And Corsola really would not help me. So I would not want to get that. So let's see what we get. We're going to get another item. It's a heart scale. That might come into play later, you know, when we have access to the move tutor that's, you know, right before the Elite Four. But that is a long time. I don't really understand why they put the move reminder, you know, that late into the game, because it's like, you know, at that point, like, how useful really is it? It only helps out for 5 fights in the whole run, you know. Most Pokemon games, the move tutor is like the 5th city of the game, so like kind of like the midway point or after the midway point for this game, straight to the end game. So let's see if this is Love Disc. It's 80% chance. Perfect. Now we're not going to use Love Disc. I'm not that stupid. But Love Disc, getting it here, it becomes Species Clause for other routes, and in Melemele C, Love Disc is a 25% chance encounter rate from fishing. And the hope is that, you know, with Love Disc, Wishy-Washy, and Magikarp being Species Clause, we have a 60% chance, basically, to get Remoraid. I think we'll use a Dive Ball. So if we get Remoraid, then that means Kala Bay, we're guaranteed to get Shelter. And Shelter is a very good Pokemon for this run. Alright. I think Love Disc also has like a 50% chance to have like a Heart Scale as a held item. Which isn't needed, but it kind of would be cool. A Rendezvous Pokemon. We're going to name you Charm. And hopefully she is a good luck charm, and hopefully getting her here helps me get Remoraid from Melee-Melee-C. Alright, send it to the box. Alright, we're gonna fly over to Melee-Melee-C now. Waste a little time here. Alright. Just gotta go surf here, and hopefully from this water spot we can get what we're looking for. I gotta put a repel on so I don't get an encounter from the water. That would be tragic if I had this whole spiel about, you know, me wanting to make sure that I put myself in best position to get the Pokemon I'm looking for, and then I got like a tentacle or something. So it has to be a non-bubbling spot, and basically from here, it's like 25% Love Disc, 25% Magikarp, 25% Wishy-Washy, 15% Remoraid, 5% Corsola, 5% something else. It's not coming to my mind right now, but the hope is that we get that 15% chance, which we do. Perfect. And really, it's not 50, because, like, you know, we have 3 things that are species clause here, so really it's like, you know, 15% out of 25%, so it's 60. That's why I said that earlier, but we get Remoraid on the first try, which is insane. But that's really good, because what that means is we can go to Kala Bay, and now we're guaranteed to get Shelter. If I didn't get Remoraid from here, I would have had to go to Akala Outskirts and fished for Chinchou. And then I would have had to go to Route 8 and fished for Remoraid there, and then I could go to Kala Bay. But that basically would be throwing away 2 encounters, which is pretty annoying. So, thankfully it didn't happen. We'll name it Jet. A Sniper for its ability. Not really a great nature, but that's fine. Okay. So we did that. Now we can go to Kala Bay, which is up here. We still have a repel on too. And I think also there's a surfing spot to the left side of the cave. And there's a TM on the other side. I'm pretty sure it's Frost Breath or something. Wouldn't be the worst thing to get, so make sure to pick it up while I'm there. I do need to buy more repels too. I think I don't have too many. I think I have like 1 super, 1 max, and then like 3 repels, 4 repels. Yeah, this is Frost Breath. It's a 60 base power, 90% accurate move that has a guaranteed chance to score a critical hit. Has some use. Probably not going to be using it that much, though. Okay. So we want it to be a bubbling spot, which it is right now. And I think I would prefer if Shelter wasn't too high level here. I think it can be relatively high, like, you know, give or take level 22 or something like that. So I don't want it to be too high. Wishy-Washy is obviously Species Clause. You'll see the Pokeball symbol next to its level, so. You can skip out on that. We need it to be a bubbling spot. I mean, we don't need it to be a bubbling spot. Like, it does still have a chance to show up at a non-bubbling spot, but it's like 5%. If we do it at a bubbling spot, it's like 35. If you don't know, a bubbling spot just means like you're more likely to get the rarer Pokemon on the route. Magikarp is also species clause. We obviously have Gyarados in the party right now, but so I'm just gonna ignore that. Don't really need Repel right now. There it is. Shelter. What level is it? 14, that's not bad. I'll take that. Alright, Shelter's caught. It's a female, so we're just going to name it Pearl. Makes sense to me. Alright, big nature. We want it to be, I think anything that's not minus defense or speed is probably going to be okay. Neutral, perfect. We got Skill Link, but that's no big deal. We can get rid of Skill Link for Shell Armor, which is definitely the better of the two abilities. Now, Icicle Spear with Skill Link is pretty good, because obviously that's 125 base power, hits 5 times. It's not bad to have Skill Link, but Shell Armor is, for the most part, going to be more preferred, because the number one thing that you want to have Cloyster on the field for is tanking physical hits. So, putting him on the field against physical attackers, and then you know, setting up iron defenses a couple of times to get to +6 defense, and just never having to worry about being crit, being able to sit in, take every hit, it is going to be huge. And eventually we'll get Shell Smash, although that's at the very end of the game, so, you know, it'll be a while. Alright, so we're going to... We'll put it in the box for now, but we will bring him back up, or bring her back up later. Alright. I'm going to use another Repel here. Okay. I think there's a hidden item up here. Yep. Is there any item on these small islands here? I can't see. There it is, yeah. That's how fast the repels run out when you're using Tauros. TM down here, I don't remember what it is though. It's a roar. Probably not going to be relevant. Is there a hidden item here? Yeah, there is. Figured. Okay. And I think there's also a hidden item around here too. Yep. Hell's effect wore off. There we go. Okay. Alright, well that's it for Kale Bay. Now we can just leave Mele Mele Island entirely, and we can go get our Route 8 encounter that I skipped earlier. Actually, now I think about it, it needs to be nighttime for me to get the Route 8 encounter. So let's not do that right now. Let's go back. Let's just progress towards Olivia. Memorial Hill is also a new encounter. And I'm pretty sure it's just guaranteed to be Phantom because at this point we've gotten Ghastly, we got Zubat, so Phantom is the only other Pokemon that I could even get. Yeah, we're gonna battle this guy. People in graves sleep forever. Yep, apparently. How much damage does this do? I knew it would do a lot, I just didn't know if it would kill or not. Alright. What's your other Pokemon? Ledian? Perfect. Okay. I swore there were hidden items here. Yeah, there's Super Repel. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to fight this guy if I go through the grass over there to get the item, so I'll just fight him now on my terms. I think he has Jolteon, I want to say. Also, I don't think I ever gave Zinc. It's a big lip. Alright, what ability did Diglett have? Was he Tangling Hair or Sand Veil? Okay, let me swap that ability. There we go. Alright, we'll just fight this guy now. Pretty sure he just has a Jolteon. Nothing too crazy. Yep. And a Luxury Ball, too. That's my favorite type of Pokeball, the Luxury Ball. Oh, it has Double Kick. Ouch. Yeah, I think I probably would outspeed, but I'm probably just gonna swap here. Persian's a good choice here. That just had to reply. Oh my god. I should have just gone for Bite. I didn't know he had a full restore. Alright. Before I fight this person, I do two things. Let's heal up Biglet and Persian. And then I'll give them berry juice to hold. Also, I should level up Brion, because Brion is only 22 right now. A Bubble Beam. It's like 5 power more than Water Pulse, might as well. Alright. I think this person uses a Furfuru, so we'll go with, I think it's Furfur and it's Comfey, actually. I'll go with, Crobat is kind of getting high in levels. But I think it's fine. There's not too many more fights before we get up there and, fight Olivia. Let's go with Cross Poisoner. See if we get lucky and poison it. Oh, we crit. I know Furfuru, for a lot of people who Nuzlocke like X and Y, it's a very scary Pokemon. There's like that double battle with the two Furfurus that, you know, obviously they both have Fur Coat, they both have Headbutt, do a lot of damage. And I think, just going based off of the last guy we fought using a Full Restore, I'm gonna believe, yep, she's got one too. Alright, this is kind of a stall match. Let's just go to Persian here. See how much a good voice can do. It's gonna go for Bite. That's weird. I don't think a good voice is gonna kill it here, but it's gonna be pretty close. So this is 160 base power. That means the next attack would be 200. But I think it might be better to swap the Crobat. I can always reteach Taunt because it's a TM later. Yeah, I think I'm gonna swap to Crobat here because I do know this Comfey does have like it has Wrap and it has Sweet Kiss, so that can just be a really annoying meme. You know, basically traps you and then you start hitting yourself in confusion and die. It's great. I think I'm fine to just stay in. Well, am I fine to stay in? I don't want to get wrapped, that's the only thing. I think it'll be fine. Either break through and probably kill in one hit, or I hit myself in confusion and then regret my decisions for the rest of my life. Here, I'll roost. Oh, perfect. I snapped out of confusion. Wrap only can last like 4 to 5 turns, so we should be okay here. I don't know how long confusion can last, though. I think the stream lagged a little bit there, but I think it's fine now. Not that. Oh, that was my last berry juice. Oh, shoot. Okay. So I think it's guaranteed to be Phantom. Guess I'll leave with Gyarados. Ah. Ghastly and Zubat are species clones, so we can just ignore them. I really can't get away from Ghastly? Come on. Okay, Ghastly's just gonna kill itself over here. 1 HP. Alright. Heal up again. Now let's do this again. I think Phantom's like 30% or something too, so it shouldn't take too long. Hopefully. Yep. Ghastly, please go away. There we go. There's Phantom. Let me make sure Phantom doesn't know anything that can just kill itself. Yeah, the weakness to electric that I've got going on right now, it's honestly by design. We're about to fight the rock type Kahuna, so I'm currently I have a team that, you know, is for that fight specifically, you know. For this run, I'm kind of shifting my team constantly so that I'm better positioned for the next fight ahead rather than focusing on having like a team to go through that the entire run with, you know. Quick ball's probably safe to throw here. Yeah, it didn't really have anything to hit itself with either. Nothing like curse. Alright, Phantom. Just name it Spook. Alright, what nature do you have, buddy? That's actually hilarious because later on, I think it's when we get to what's it called? Tapu Village. There's a trade where you can trade Phantom for Phantom to get Trevenant, which is a trade evolution, and it has this exact nature with 31 special defense IVs. It's pretty funny. It's basically like I'm trading for my own Phantom here. There's also an item here. A Dusk Ball. That, you know, Dusk Balls are actually pretty solid, especially when it's nighttime. Which is about to be nighttime in my game. And then once it's nighttime, we can go back to Route 8 and get that encounter, and hopefully, it's either... Well, I think it only can be Fletchling, Salandit, or Stuffle. And all three of those are fine. I think of those three, I'd probably want Fletchling the most. And that probably could have the most use. Stuffle wouldn't be bad either, though. And if it's a female Salandit, more than welcome. If it's a male Salandit, it can kick rocks. Alright, Shelter. I think I want you on the team. Let's take off... Probably Gyarados. What a helpful Probopass. Phenomenal lad. I hope we get Nosepass in our run. We can get him from Akala Outskirts, but before we get that encounter, I'm going to see if I can get Wingull from somewhere else. So it'll be a while before we get that encounter. There was a... Oh, there's a totem sticker in here. I'm still gathering all the totem stickers that don't matter in this run. It's like a force of habit. Every time I do a randomizer, I play with, like, totem Pokemon as, like, Static's Claws. Alright. Buy a Water Stone. And let me just really quick check what level Shelter learns certain moves at. I want to see what level the best time to evolve him is. Okay. He learns Razor Shell at 32, which is a pretty good move. Okay. Well, in that case, maybe I will just have Gyarados stay on the team instead of Shelter here. Might be better. We'll save Shelter for once the level cap raises high enough that I can get Razor Shell and then evolve him. Okay. Going to Route 8. And we're going to get this encounter. It should be nighttime. I'm pretty sure it's nighttime in the game at least. Looks like it. Okay. So I'm pretty sure it can either be Fletchling, Salandit, or Stuffle. Really, not necessarily any Pokemon that you can miss with, but if it's a male Salandit, that would be pretty tragic. So. It's a 1 in 8 chance for it to be female. It is not. Unfortunate. We'll catch him anyway. But that was probably the worst encounter I could get on this route. If it was female Salandit, at least it could evolve into Salazzle, and that's actually a solid Pokemon, but male Salandit doesn't do much for me. But it does have one thing that it does for me. And that is that it is Species Clause for Wella Volcano Park, which I also skipped earlier. Rude. What nature did you get at least? Not really that great. Okay. To the box with you. Ultra Ball. Okay, let us go to Wella Volcano Park now. Also, hello, Quartz. How you doing? Run's going pretty well. We're about to fight Olivia pretty soon. I still have to fight Plumeria beforehand. But obviously, as the run implies, we're deathless up to this point. Haven't had too many close calls. I think like the Totem Raticate fight was a little bit scary. But that was kind of about it. You know, the other fights went relatively according to plan. And hopefully this next fight will go pretty well too. I think it will. Alright, so Wella Volcano Park. Because we got Salandit just a little while ago, that Species Clause here, so hopefully the Pokemon I would really want to get is Cubone. Fletchling's not bad either, though. Okay, yeah, I think this is good. I'll go for it. Right, glad we got Route 8, Route 8's encounter first. Is this female? No. Okay. Somewhat stressed because I'm doing an Emerald Kaizo Nuzlocke, and in just one attempt I'm at Flannery. How about you? Wow. That's pretty impressive. Emerald Kaizo, ROM hacks of those magnitude, those are hard. Yeah, this is technically I've done this kind of run before, but I've never streamed any of those attempts, you know, and I probably, last time I did like a hardcore deathless run of this game was maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago. So kind of still getting into the groove of things, you know, some surprises here and there, but for the most part, you know, this is one of my favorite games to do a Nuzlocke for, so I I retained a lot of the knowledge, and I've been kind of relying on that to carry carry me through a lot of the game. So it's been pretty good. But congrats on making it to Flannery and Emerald Kaiser. That's great. So we're gonna run from this. Kind of want to play Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon because they are apparently very hard. Also, they are hard. I don't think they're as hard as Emerald Kaizo is, but they are tough because a lot of the trainers, the boss trainers, the totems, they have EV trained Pokemon, like, you know, fully maxed speed or attack or special attack, right? Like all that, and they're tough to play around. You know, the AI is a little bit easy to manipulate, and most trainers don't have 4 moves. Most trainers have like 2 or 3 moves, so that makes it a little bit easier. But just the sheer power difference can be overwhelming at times. And the totems, especially where they have like auras that increase their stats when the battle starts, it's really tough. I would definitely say Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is like the hardest vanilla Pokemon game to play. Okay, so Salandit is the only Pokemon that can appear in the Volcano Park. And it's going up by 1 level each time I find it. Alright, Fletchling is our encounter. Okay. So no Cubone. I was kind of hoping for Cubone. It would be pretty good. You know, it has Lightning Rod, Fire Ghost type in this gen. But Fletchling's not bad. That's probably my second choice, so I'll take it. It will not help at all for the Rock type Kahuna we're about to fight, but I'll take what I can get. Alright, Fletchling, we'll name it, Arrow. Alright, what nature is this? I guess that's okay. I think you'd probably use it more physical defensively than special. You could have gotten Magby from there, but I suppose Fletchling is better. Yeah, Magby, there's a fair amount of good Pokemon. There's also a 1% chance you get Kangaskhan too. That's not bad either. Like most of the Pokemon you can get from here are pretty solid, but to be honest, I don't use Talonflame as much as Magmortar. Fair enough. Talonflame for this run's pretty solid because, you know, a lot of Pokemon have max speed, so having a fast Pokemon, you can fill a niche by always being faster than some of these Pokemon that have max speed investment. And Talonflame learns some pretty good moves, right? Flame Body, well, both of them have Flame Body, but, you know, that's always a good ability. And having access to Roost, especially how early you get in this gen, Roost is a great move for recovery option. But Magmortar, if I were to get that, wouldn't be that bad. The only bad Pokemon I think you can get from there is male Salandit. That's objectively terrible. Magmortar has a bit more diversity than Talonflame. It's true. In this game, though, it's not really about finding a Pokemon that's necessarily versatile and can, like, handle a whole bunch of fights all at once. It's more so specializing your team into filling certain niches. I found that to be a little bit better. There's really only, like, 3 Pokemon I would say can be just versatile and still find niches in certain teams, like Gyarados, Crobat, and Hawlucha. Those 3, they are so unbelievably good that they are just completely dominant throughout the whole game. But it's very rare for a Pokemon that generally has, like, insanely good stats to be good at all points in the game. Like, even Metagross, which hopefully we get in this game, Metagross, like, even that struggles to find a lot of use, because even though it's so good, it just doesn't match up very well against a ton of the fights, you know? I'd also bring Wishy-Washy with me too, that wouldn't be bad. Well, I'll keep Crobat for fighting Plumeria at least. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay. Let's do a little bit of rare candying here. Speaking of Beldum, you get one on Mount Hakulani at a 10% find rate. True. However, Magnet Pull, which is an ability we could get from a couple of Pokemon. There's Alolan Graveler, there's Nosepass, and there's Magnemite, who are all potential encounters. If I get one of them, that would increase the odds of finding it even further, because Magnet Pull has a 50% chance to force an encounter with a Steel-type Pokemon, if you have it in the lead slot of your party. I thought I had a Super Repel, but I guess not. I do, okay. Who would you say is the best Pokemon to get outside of stuff like Gyarados, Crobat, or Hawlucha? I would say Cloyster. Cloyster matches up extremely well in this game. You know, being a physical wall, a lot of things are physical attackers in this game. There's a handful of things that are special attackers, and you'll have to find ways to get past them. But Cloyster also having access to shell armor and leftovers being an item that you can get readily available to you in this game, it's a big deal. Because if you can set up like 3 iron defenses, right, get to +6 defense, and have leftovers recovery, Cloyster is pretty much unkillable if it's a physical attacker. It's kind of like, you know how like Blissey invalidates like, you know, half the game in like Generation 4? It's basically like that, but for physical attackers. That was really fun, though. I usually don't really play too many ROM hacks. Typically, I do stick to the vanilla games. But I have played a couple of them. I played like Pokemon Gaia, played Pokemon Crystal Clear, Radical Red, GS Chronicles, games like that. Play a decent amount of ROM hacks, but not too much anymore. Yeah, like for me, ROM hacks typically, like, you know, Nuzlocking ROM hacks, I don't really enjoy too much because I feel like, you know, damage calculators and stuff are kind of required. I kind of like just going into the game and, you know, Nuzlocking it without looking too much stuff up. Like, obviously, there's going to be game knowledge that you have of, like, what moves the trainers use, what, you know, how many items they're going to have, you know, EV spreads or what their IVs are. But I try to stick to games where I don't really have to rely on damage calculators to make it through the game without, you know, too much of a struggle. I usually stick to games like Heart Gold and Platinum. Those are great games to Nuzlocke, absolutely. Platinum, very fair amount of difficulty. Heart Gold is a little bit on the easier side, but it's still fun. Very fun generation. I gotta make sure I don't get an encounter from here because I don't want to get it too early. I do not have Wingull, so I can't species clause that from this route. I believe this is a Leech Life TM. Yep. Won't really help too much for this fight, but still nice to have for later. Isn't there an item here? Oops. There you go. Alright, now we're gonna fight Plumeria. She just has a Golbat and a Salandit, so it shouldn't be too bad. Although I do know the Golbat loves to spam Confuser. I just realized how many Nuzlocks I have going. I have 5 ongoing. Oh my god. Do you like write down all of your encounters for like each game, or do you just like commit that to memory or something? God, it's hard. I think I tried doing like 2 Nuzlocks at once, and it was I kept confusing information between runs, so I was like, yeah, I gotta just commit to one run at a time. I can't have all this information in my head. Oops, I did not mean to level up Arbok to 28. But that's okay. The level cap is 28, so it's alright. Alright. I might do my Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlocke while watching this and keep you updated. That sounds great. What point are you at in that one? Are you, halfway? Just started? Near the end? Let me go ahead. Have anything to teach anybody? Bulldoze on Arbok is probably good. Just got Peppa the Mankey from Route 22. Nice. Peppa the Mankey, love that. So probably should put leftovers on more Pokemon. I don't need to put it on everybody, but I should put it on somebody. And I don't know where my leftovers even are. There they are, okay. That's all I need to put it on, okay. Alright, let's fight Plumeria here. Usually it's not that scary, but the confusion games can be annoying. The only good thing is that in this generation, it's a 33% chance to hit yourself in confusion instead of a 50% chance like previous ones. Alright. Let's go with wing attack here. Here comes Confuser, yep. Had to know that was coming. Go to Persian here. I don't remember, is this thing a physical or a special attacker? I think it's special. No, it's physical. Okay. I was hoping I would outspeed. Very good. Crobat. I don't know if Crobat's going to be able to get the kill from this range, but we have to believe. That's a lot of damage there, wow. Oh wow, I didn't use Confuse Ray, just went for an attack. Oh, and it crit. Love when that happens. Might roost. Don't think that's a bad idea. And now it goes for Confuse Ray. Right. Well, I think it can probably kill with Fake Out from that HP range. So we'll go to Persian here. And Fake Out should get the kill. Hopefully. Perfect. Good job. And now just to land it. Hers is a female. Naturally. That's where all my luck went. So then we'll just go to Gyarados, and Gyarados should make quick work of this. Oh, Poison Gas Venoshock, I'm assuming? I'm actually a little worried about how much damage that would do, because I'm sure it has max special attack. Oh, I taught Arbok Bulldoze. Could go to that, assuming it goes Venoshock here. It went for Flame Burst. I don't know why. I don't know why you poison me, and then you don't follow it up with Venoshock, which you more than likely know, but... You know, does the AI ever make sense in Pokemon? Okay. So let me go back, and I gotta change my Pokemon. Because we are about to fight Olivia. Hopefully win. So let's go ahead and put Diglett back on. I'm gonna take... I guess I'll take Crobat off. I think we're gonna lead with Gyarados. And then we're gonna swap to Dugtrio. I'm gonna teach it Work Up and Protect, put Leftovers on, and I think we'll just get the +6 attack, special attack. I think Dugtrio will be fast enough and should just be an easy sweep of our team. So let me start by putting Leftovers on Diglett. level everybody up to 28. And let me double check before I go any further that 28 is the cap. I wrote it down there, but just double check. Yep, 28. All right. Okay. That should be Diglett evolving to Dugtrio here. Where it goes from having those little 3 threads of hair to now having a full-blown mane. Really living up to his name now. Sand Tomb. I don't really think I need that. Yeah, I think I'm fine. I don't think I need it. Just keep old moves. Absolutely slaying that outfit. I know, his hair. It's great. This thing is too unreliable. Let's not learn that. I think I healed up. Just click this to check. Yep, everyone's good. Okay, yeah. So I just need to teach Dugtrio workup. Which I think is like the first TM I have. Yeah. Alright, let's get rid of Magnitude. It's a little bit too unreliable. Okay, is there any other moves you can learn? For a second I thought it said he could learn Roost. I don't know why I thought it said that, but yeah. I need, oh yeah, I need to teach Protect as well. Guess we'll get rid of Mud Slap. Pretty gimmicky. Got a Pidgey on Route 2. That's awesome. My first ever time I played Pokemon, my first game that I played was Pokemon Crystal. And I used to think Pidgey was like the coolest thing in the world. I don't know why. I was like 9 or 10 years old. I loved Pidgey for some reason. And then I discovered Abra. And then I thought Abra was the coolest thing in the world. I also found a shiny Pidgey in a Fire Red Nuzlocke. Probably 3 years ago. That was pretty cool. I went all the way to the end of the game with it. It's awesome. So I remember my first game, the team I used. My first game was Pokemon Red. My team was Charizard, Pidgeot, Vileplume, Cloyster, Nidoking, and Jolteon. Pretty good. For me, oh geez, I don't know if I can remember my exact full team, but I know for a fact, you know, because I didn't know about trait evolutions, right? So I know it was Kadabra. It wasn't Alakazam. I think, you know, my starter was Feraligatr. It's my favorite Pokemon. So, had him. And I want to say it was like Pidgeot, Nidoking. Might have been Graveler. I'm not sure what the last Pokemon would have been. Probably Haunter? Probably used all the trait evolutions. Fellow Totodile lover, of course. Yeah, Totodile is great. Gododile. I remember when I played through Pokemon Crystal my first time, and I made it to the red fight. I was so bad. I could not get past that fight. And what I ended up doing was I leveled up Kadabra. I'm pretty sure I leveled him up to 97. And I just blasted through his entire team with like Psychic, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, whatever. I don't know why I went through that that much just to destroy Red's team, but he whooped me so many times. Like he forced me to do unspeakable things and level up Kadabra to just almost level 100. Alright, Olivia, let's do this. Anorith. Okay. Alright, so we get Intimidate off. Should go for Smackdown here. I believe its moveset is Smackdown, Bug Bite, Metal Claw. And I could probably like pivot swap to like Arbok and get another Intimidate off. I don't know if it's necessarily something I should do. I don't know. Could do it just to make this fight a little bit easier. Yeah, you know, I might do that. Let's go to Persian. Because it should go for Smackdown. It went for Bug Bite. I love this game. Why would Pokemon make sense? I don't even know why would it click Bug Bite there. Trying to get into the mind of the AI, and I'm getting lost in the sauce. Now let's go to Doug Trio. If it doesn't go SmackDown there, I don't... Okay, there we go. I'm about to say, I just give up on trying if I get that wrong. Crystal Nuzlocke was stupid as hell. My team against the champion was Hero, Pseudo, Rapidash, Dragonair, Rhydon, and Miltank. Yet my red team was Typhlosion, Tyranitar, Dragonite, Marowak, Ramble, and Electrode. Wow, a lot of things happened in between. God dang, yeah, I'm not sure my first Crystal Nuzlocke, like what team I used for that. I think for the Elite Four, like it was pretty much just like ride or die with Feraligatr. He matched up so well against everything, and back then when there was like badge boosts and stuff, like he just outsped everything. So it's a pretty easy Elite Four. I probably had someone else to deal with like Vileplume. It might have been Crobat or Pidgeot or something, but either way, like yeah, that was a long time ago that I first did a Crystal Nuzlocke. I'm just going to keep lowering its attack. Why not? I think I meant to also teach Dugtrio Root, or not Rest, but that's fine. Unless we get extremely unlucky, it should be okay. Now let's go back to Dugtrio. I think Dugtrio can do this now. Probably could do it before, but you know, just want to make sure if a critical hit happens, it doesn't just completely ruin my day. Alright, +2 attack and special attack. How much PP does Bug Bite have? Is it 10 or 15? Oh, you're kidding me. It really got the crit? Come on, man. Just saying to myself, I'm like, you know, just hoping he doesn't crit, but of course. Bug Bite really has 20 PP. Oh shoot. I thought it had less than that. There is no way. There is no way. It really double crit. That is insane. It crit twice in like 5 turns. Oh my god, dude. You can't make this up. We should kill in one hit at this point. I don't even think I had to go to +6. We might have killed at +5, but I think we kill at this point. I don't think we kill Lilith in one shot, but that's fine because it shouldn't be able to one-shot me. It does have Brine, but I'm gonna be above half health once I have leftovers recover a little bit more. Yeah, so we should be protected from Brine doing any crazy shenanigans. I also can protect just to get a little bit more HP back here. Just to make it even more favorable. It went for Ancient Power against Dugtrio. What is the world coming to? The AI is going off the rails. It crits me 2 times in 5 turns, and then completely forgets how to play Pokemon. It clicked Ancient. Why? Why? It doesn't even... it doesn't compute in my brain. What is this fight? One of the fights of all time, for sure. Let's see. Do I outspeed? Yeah, I outspeed. I'm pretty sure the Lycanroc is like 74 or 5 speed, so I have 82. I'm fine. And we guaranteed one shot, pretty sure. It astounds me because like I think I know so much and so little about the AI at the same time for Pokemon. Oh, you just look back at your Hall of Fame for Crystal. It was Sneasel, Dragonair, Rhydon, Rapidash, Fearow, and Sudowoodo. Sneasel? That is unexpected. Wow. Dragonair kind of makes sense because, you know, unless he leveled up to 50, or not 50. Dragonair's 55, pretty sure. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to get Dragonite. Rhydon's pretty good. Rapidash is solid. But yeah, Fearow, Sudowoodo, those are interesting. But yeah, Sneasel, what the heck, man? Why? What happened in that run that forced you to use a Sneasel in Generation 2? I could understand if it was Gen 4, right? Because obviously the physical special split happened, and it could make use of its primary stab options, but back in Gen 2, like, the best move it got was, like, Return. That wasn't stab at all. It could not tell you to be... Something must have gone extremely wrong for it to come to Sneasel. I mean, if you just liked Sneasel a whole bunch, if it's like one of your favorite Pokemon, I can completely understand wanting to use your favorites. I just wanted an Ice type for Lance's Dragonites and didn't get Jinx. That's fair. I mean, to be fair, you know, just having an Ice type Pokemon, you know, the stab, like, even though Sneasel isn't a special attacker, he's still fast, you know? I don't know why I didn't use Typhlosion. It was legit chilling in the box. I don't know. Nor the red Gyarados. Oh, yeah. I don't know. And the other Gyarados I had, oh my god. Just had... We're trying to make, like, the world's strongest box. That's funny, though. Alright. So we beat Olivia. With some shenanigans again. In every fight, something weird has happened. Every single fight, something weird has happened. Totem Raticate hit me 5 times in a row with Fury Swipes and was overall just a menace. The Araquanid crit me twice. This fight crit me twice. I think Totem Marowak might have been the only normal fight I've had in this run. It's crazy. Okay. Alright, well, I think with that done, I know it was a little bit of a shorter stream, but I think this is pretty much all the time I've got for now. So, I'm going to head out. But, Ports, thank you for joining me. And I hope you and anyone else watching have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate. I will... Oh, let me read this message first. I almost used shit like Gligar and Miltank while Typhlosion, 2 Gyarados, and a Crobat were all chilling in the box. I could not explain the thought process. Yeah, that is a crazy good box. Gligar is my second favorite Pokemon of all time. I probably would have tried to find a way to put that in. But yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later in another stream where we'll take on Ula'Ula Island.